This is Daph.
And this is Deb.
And this is a literary pod.
And the reason we have the same clothes on, we're doing 2 or 3 segments today. So don't think we got the same clothes on. You know how y'all like to talk. But we're doing a few of them today. So hit it, girl. Stop laughing.
Well, we're going to talk about some shameful mess as well as reality shows. So I noticed the other day, because I must have been out of the loop, that Love and Hip Hop was back on. And I personally liked the original one, but hated the Atlanta one. I just thought the Atlanta one was bogus. So I was just happened to turn to VH1 the other night and noticed that the original Love and Hip Hop was back on. And once again, it did not disappoint. Somebody was fighting.
That's what you like it because of the fighting and the drama?
It's drama, but they're irritating, but not so irritating, I guess. I think on the first one, I really liked the first 2 seasons when Chrissy was on there and Mama Jones, and I mean that whole drama was just hilarious to me. I mean, I think Chrissy was like a straight up homegirl. She really wasn't irritated. She said what's on her mind, and that was it. And she really stood up for her homegirl when Fab's ex.
That was fun. I saw that.
Yeah, when Fab's ex they had just broke up, and she was having her little separation party or whatever, and then for someone new to come into her life and basically the girl basically say, "Oh well, I slept with him." Chrissy looked at her like, "Really?" Mm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bam! Yeah, I mean, she jumped over the couch, everything. That shit was priceless. It just was sad the homegirl didn't wear draws that day.
Oh no, they saw a kitty cat. Meow, meow. They saw a kitty cat.
They blurred it out.
Oh, thank God. So we don't know if it was shaved or unshaved. Don't know if it was bush in the tush. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Stop laughing. So.
Oh my God. Okay, so okay, so anyway, so I turned to it this week, and there's no people on there. I haven't even really become familiar with them, but I noticed it was a guy, and then he had a friend, and then he also had his ex, and he invited them all to the same event. Like I guess he had a pool party or a birthday party or something. And the ex-girlfriend came, and the ex-girlfriend doesn't like the friend. And I will say the friend was putting a little on it. She was instigating like the situation, knowing that it really, probably the reason why they don't like each other was like a jealousy issue.
Being messy.
Yeah, I mean, like more so like, are you messing with my man or not? So he decided to do like a truth and dare situation without actually saying the dare. We're gonna just tell the truth. Truth. I'm gonna ask you a question, you answer truthfully. And it was going along fine. Then the friend said something wrong. The ex-girlfriend took her drink, poured on her. I would give 5 points for the dude because he put the friend out.
Which friend? The friend that was messy?
Yes. He's like, look, I think he still has feelings for the ex-girlfriend, and basically he's like, he doesn't want her to feel
like they messing around.
Like something happened and nothing did. And I think maybe the friend is not really friendly. She
Sometimes
wants
people we use that word too much. Friends. You need to know who your friends are for real. A friend is not somebody that's with you when your times are up. Your friend is with you when your times are down. When you're at your lowest point, you can look up and that friend is right there by your side, or maybe even laying on the ground with you possibly. I've done that for people. But that's a friend. That's not somebody you're going through something bad and then the phone is disconnected or they pushing ignore and they know you're going through something. That is not a friend, people.
You know what a friend is not also?
No, it's not a friend.
A stalker. If your friend is stalking you, they're not your friend. They're trying to get with you.
So they want to be a girlfriend, boyfriend. A stalker to the end.
Okay.
Got it.
If your friend keep asking you to go places that friends don't normally go, and you keep saying no,
they might not be your friend.
Or some people need to understand that they're different type of friends, and really they're not even friends. Some people there's a group of people that are your friends, those are your road dogs, and there are other people that are your associates.
That's the outside people.
You cannot force an associate to be your friend. Especially if they think you
Associate
crazy.
means just that we associate every once in a while.
Exactly. And I might not want to be your friend. I might not want you to be all up in my business. You cool.
Because
I have to see you.
From a distance.
Because I have to see you.
Exactly.
But that's about it. That's about it. So what else is up there?
I guess we can go ahead and do our tribute.
We are going to do a tribute today to one of our very favorite authors, and it's the legendary Lynn Harris.
Awesome guy.
And so both of us haven't read probably all of his books, or at least most of them. We're going to start off with 3 books in a series. Basically, Invisible Life, Just As I Am, and Abide With Me.
Let's talk about the characters.
Talk about whether she's not in those. She's in the other ones.
Oh, oops.
Even though she is
no,
thebomb.com.
But I mean, she does end up being in the other ones. Okay. So,
yeah, in the other books.
So we got Raymond,
Basil.
Okay, then that's when Yancey comes in with Basil at the other ones. Okay.
Yeah.
So my bad. You got Raymond.
You read Basil. Yeah, Raymond. Basil is in all of the books.
Yeah, he's basically a football player that's in the closet.
Basically, well, eventually he comes out, but he is in all of the books. But the great thing about if you read the entire series, you learn his story throughout the books. You know, and like what happened and why he is like he is and why he's cocky and why he's hiding or whatever. But what happened?
I love Raymond. Raymond kept it real all the time. But when I can't remember which book it was, and I apologize. But when Basil had Raymond in that closet,
that would be
when Basil
Just As I Am
had Raymond in that closet. Basil and Raymond had carried on, and a woman came home. He put Raymond's ass in the closet, and Raymond sat in that damn closet while he did the duty do. All night long. Okay, cut.
All night long.
Okay, cut.
Are you really trying to cut me?
Alabama boy. But yeah, can you believe that he was in the closet? Okay. Ooh, I was mad. I would have never would have went in the closet. I would never went in the closet.
Well, you know,
in the closet?
Well, in a sense, they were having an affair.
But you went in the closet?
Well, I think he did it before him because he was a famous football player.
I understand. Would you went in the closet?
I don't know. We're not talking about me.
But I just wonder. I wouldn't have went in the closet. I don't know why she won't answer the question. She probably would have. Should have been glad had an ass up in that closet, sitting and laying out there 8 hours. Hell no.
Oh, but he was so mad. But yeah, he was in the closet, literally. But you have to read
was in the closet, and then Rain was kicking it in the closet. Crazy. I wouldn't have did it. But it's a great series. Raymond, I really love Raymond. Raymond is an awesome guy in the series. Basil is not a bad guy. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, he is for the most part.
At
the beginning, horrible.
But when you get to know him, you understand why he's the way he is.
So, what would you say? I think most women, when I first started reading, before I even started reading Lynn Harris, I would ask people for book recommendations, and no matter who I asked, especially if it was a black female, they will always say, "You have to read Lynn Harris. You have to read Lynn Harris." I don't care where I was, hair salon, wherever, event. Some people always say Lynn Harris. And one of my friends was like, you gotta read it, you gotta read it. So when I read it, and it was like, no matter what, every type of man you know
is in that book.
Is in the book. Some things might shock you. Some things might open your eyes. You'll have a whole new awareness. And your mind, you'll even if your mind was closed, it'll become a little open. But at the same time, whatever your thought process or your views or your politics or your religious views, whatever, the book is a great read. At the end of the day, they're great, great stories. And page turners. And so I read the book. I've read all the books, and I'm gonna tell you how fast I read them. Because I was late to the game. By the time I started really reading his books, he had honestly just passed maybe like 2 or 3 months before I even started reading the books. So all the books were available. I said, I'm just gonna get one. So I went and got No, I went and got Invisible Life. Okay, I read this literally in like maybe a day.
Mm-hmm.
I was right back at the store the next day buying 2-3 books. And it was so bad. Then, like, the store didn't have a few. I was on Amazon buying the rest. By the time I got to book 3, I was ordering all the rest of the books. And I just was zooming them. Like, nothing. Like, zooming through them. Because they were such awesome reads. And I fell so in love with the characters. I was like, I had to know what Raymond was going to do. What Basil was going to do. I was like, what kind of craziness is going on? Especially when the story did go on and get to Yancy and her mom.
Ooh, her mom
and
was a hot mess.
that whole story. Yeah. So by the time you get to this, but what is the Mama Dearest, which is one of the final books. By the time you get to Mama Dearest, OMG. You already know Yancy so much. He has made you hate her, and you really have no love for her. So, well, you sort of want to like her a little bit
because of the mama she has.
Yep,
and feel sorry for her.
But in this book, you'll begin to like her again.
Yeah, you do.
It's such a trip. It's such a great, awesome read.
So if you've never read Eddie Lynn Harris, check him out. Any book you get of his, I promise you will not be disappointed.
But I would recommend you start with Invisible Life, so you can really get to know the characters and start from the beginning and see what happens. And I'm sure if you are one of those, I would recommend you purchasing the book. But I'm sure you can probably even get it at your library or whatever. But I would recommend you getting it in your collection.
Okay, so we're going to sign off now. This is Deb.
This is Deb.
And this is Literary Vibe.
Have a great day.